The captain's not gonna like what?
Busted.
What won't I like?
Seems our friend Spanner thinks we can use the volcano to power the ring there.
No, wait. What? That could actually work.
Not happening. Very bad idea.
Seemed perfectly safe last time.
Shit! Quake!
What? Whoa.
I'm not liking this. It's happening way too often to be normal.
Lucy, what was that?
Tension that has built up at the intersection of two tectonic plates is released. The plates, which constantly shift from the convection currents in the Earth's mantle, will often become snagged on each other as they drift in different directions. They will remain snagged until the force of the mantle becomes great enough to wrench them apart, releasing the tension. This sudden release of massive amounts of energy generates seismic waves, causing the event you just witnessed, an earthquake.
What is it with you and those long-winded explanations? Couldn't you have just said quake like any other normal person?
Now why would I go ahead and do a thing like that?
Whoa, what the hell was that, Lucy?
A shockwave, such as a sound wave, in which the propagated disturbance is a variation of pressure in a material medium.
A what now? A shockwave of what?
Given that the earthquake hit us 53 seconds before the shockwave, and it traveling at roughly 343 meters per second. The speed traveling through the ground would be closer to 6,000 meters per second, meaning the earthquake and the shockwave were both caused by a single event, that given the different transfer mediums reached us at different times. But ultimately were one and the same event. Factoring in the direction of the shockwave, I would put this event about 40 kilometers in the north direction.
40 kilometers north from here. Captain, what's 40 kilometers north from here?
That would be the aforementioned safe volcano.
Okay, no one panic. We're a full day's ride from said volcano. The go bags are ready should we need them.
Of course.
Hey, psst, what's a go bag?
It's a bag packed with essentials for a quick exit.
Go bag. Right.
Then let's secure the camp, put out the fires, and be ready to move if we need to.
At your word, Captain.
The term go bag or bug out bag is related to, and possibly derived from, the bailout bag emergency kit many ancient military aviators carried. A pack may include the following: an extra phone charger, a portable battery pack, a long-lasting LED flashlight, a small hand-cranked or battery-operated AM/FM radio, with batteries, a few days' worth of clothing, and a gallon of water per person per day.
How old is this reference? We don't have any of that stuff.
Well, you asked.
Captain, it's raining fire.
When a volcano erupts, it will eject a wide variety of material into the air above it.
We can take shelter in the portal cave.
This is called pyroclastic fall.
Too open and too far. Flyboy, any place closer?
The large
Perhaps.
fragments of material,
There is a small
0.1 to 10
cave
meters in
around a good
diameter,
south here.
rarely land more than
Can
1
we
to 2
reach it?
kilometers from the vent.
Yes.
However,
We
the
have
fine
to.
material, millimeter-sized ash, which is derived from volcanic glass, rock, and crystal
Flyboy, take
particles,
point. Spanner, I want you close enough to bite his tail. Julie,
can be carried
behind
by currents
Spanner.
in the
Go.
eruption column to
I'm
high
right
above the
behind
volcano
you.
and pass into the downwind plume to rain out forming ash fall deposits.
Calm down, Lucy. We'll be okay. Go, I'm right behind you.
This way. Stay low on your wolf and follow closely.
The smoke is getting thick.
I can't see a thing.
We need to go deeper. Get below the smoke.
The crystal formations are much larger in here.
Not now, Spanner. Not the right time.
What is making that sound?
It is the crystals. I think we just found what's powering the portal.
Any ideas on how we can tap into them?
I don't know, but if I'm right, that would explain why the ring at the volcano was cold or dead. I I'm betting the lava destroyed all the crystals beneath it.
That is what I meant earlier with the ring being cold. It was not powered. These crystals explain a lot of the unknown variables I was missing.
Okay, now might be the right time, Spanner. What the hell did we just stumble into?
It's beautiful.
What the hell have we stumbled into? Lucy?
Atomic motions in these enormous and brilliant crystals are organized into vibrational modes called phonons. As with molecules, quantum mechanics requires that vibrational energy is gained or lost in discrete packets, or quanta, of energy. The quantum mechanical nature of phonon energy drives isotopic fractionation in crystals, causing discrete infrared absorption bands, and Raman scattering. Large wavelength crystal vibrations are routinely measured, while shorter wavelength vibrations can usually only be examined with more difficult neutron or X-ray scattering techniques. Spanner, is this what beautiful looks like?
I think we just found what's powering the portal. Wait, Lucy, how are you seeing this?
The nanovirus has started to create a shared interface with your nervous system, allowing me to access your sensory array. In time, I believe the access will work both ways. Are those colors? My spectrometer is measuring various wavelengths, but it seems you are missing a couple of spectrums. All you can see is 1 out of the 5 spectrums. Well, I guess it's better than none.
Yes, Lucy, you're experiencing colors as we see them. We're surrounded by mostly blues and purples, and it fades into pink, I guess. And yes, it is beautiful.
Let's push ahead. I don't like the footing for the wolves. It's like glass here. Let's see if we can find more stable ground. Follow Flyboy. Be careful.
Captain, there's a ring ahead.
Approach with caution. I have a very strange feeling about this.
Not totally unexpected here. All the rings we've encountered were placed in caverns, with one exception. I believe it was once underground, but this place is incredible. Lucy, do you think we can channel the power from these crystals that are emanating into the gate to actually get it running?
Without having access to any technology, it will be hard to convert one type of energy into another. To make it even harder, we don't even know what type of energy the gate will take. Given enough time, and at least some resources, we should be able to, at the very least, start testing with some energy conversion. However, that might take more time than we have left.
Well, I guess we just have to go down to the gate and take a look at what we can do. I mean, it's not like we're going anywhere. Up top is not an option, and continuing down here is not really an option, so we'll just have to figure something out.
We are not alone.
It is us.
Wait, us? As in... Oh, wait, one from the volcano? Who are you?
Captain Nelson, there's safety through this portal.
Roger?
Roger is dead. I buried him.
I healed our body, but Roger does not speak to me anymore.
You are his AI?
Her name is Polly.
Polly?
Polly? How?
You are the engineer Roger's AI, correct?
I am designated Unit Atlas 6.4 Variation Polly, correct.
Where's Roger?
I'm sorry. I don't think Roger's in there anymore. You're speaking to his AI bio-implant, Polly.
Please stand clear while I activate the gate.
Where will this take us?
Safety.
How is this possible?
It is possible because I believe Roger was infected by the nanovirus on the ship already.
Spanner, look at her armor. It is like what we saw on those snails. That would imply that the body underwent massive amounts of trauma that the nanovirus had to repair. It probably took the virus days if not weeks to do so, starting with the crucial parts and working its way out. It seems that Polly is not quite as well acquainted with the world as I am to realize what has happened to them. I guess she didn't have you.
I think I can explain this, but let's get to safety first.
Agreed. Let's move. How did you end up here?
I healed our body and followed you, but the portal threw me here. I've used the portals to search for you, but did not know how to approach you when I did.
Where are we, or rather, when are we?
By my calculations, we should be very safe from the volcano, because at this point in time the volcano has not started to exist yet. What you see behind me is the main cause for the existence of the volcano, and therefore the volcano has not happened yet, so where we are, in proximity of where the volcano will be, when we are, I have not been able to determine the exact amount of time that has passed since the last location we were at. All I can tell is that we have gone back in time.
You left me
further than
behind.
we were
You
before.
deserted me. I am more important. I kept you all alive this time. Well, now I'm done with you. All of you. You will die.
Martin?
Attack them.
I will not let you harm anyone anymore.
Options.
Weapons?
No weapons.
Spread out. Stand clear.
Lucy, we have to stop this.
I can try to communicate with us. Connection established.
Polly's down. Lucy, show them what Martin did to the snails. Tell them that we are not the enemy.
They are not advanced enough to understand my communication attempts. They are hearing me, just not understanding me. Let me show them in the form of images as to what Martin has done to other creatures, and make them understand how he will keep doing this, including on their young.
That seems to have done it. They seem to be going after Martin.
Is he?
I fear the damage may be too much.
I cannot repair this. This unit has fallen and will shut down.
He's gone.
There is only one way we can save her.
Do it! Wait, what did I just agree to?
I have her.
This should not be possible.
My capacity is greatly expanded beyond what is currently believed to be possible.
Ah, crap. I have two of you now?
Two of what?
Two AIs. Ugh, this is gonna get confusing.
The virus infected everything it could merge with in order to exist. It tried to interface with many different things, including the ship. This eventually led to the crash of the Zarkov and the infection of
Touch
its
the wolf
crew.
again. And touch the water and the sand. I want to know how they feel. Oh. And drink some water.
Not now, Lucy. I'm trying to listen to Polly.
Yes, we were all infected at the same time.
I think you promised me an explanation.
Yeah, I do.
Grab a wolf. We can do a perimeter check while we talk. Now explain to me how it was possible for Polly to live when Roger clearly died.
Was Roger very badly injured in the quake?
Yes, a wall collapsed on him.
Then the snails hold your answers.
The snails were clearly infected with the nanovirus. They had been transformed into something half-tech, half-biological things, much like the people killed in the mining station.
The deaths in the mining colony, I suspect, were accidents.
I'm still waiting for an explanation.
I'm infected by the nanovirus. It happened when I carried that last container through the portal, and the nanovirus was released. And you see? No armor. The armor is the nanovirus' attempt to repair and protect the host and themselves. The snails were transformed by Martin, repeatedly injuring them. Much the same way what happened to the beast that he brought with him.
So you were saying Roger was infected. How? And where did Martin get the virus?
According to Polly, they discovered Martin leaving the cargo bay on your ship. He must have opened the container to steal some sample, and in doing so releasing the virus on your ship.
Roger did report seeing Martin in the passageway outside the cargo area. Are you thinking the nanovirus caused the problems on my ship?
Yes. They were trying to understand how to control your ship. They never meant to crash it or harm anyone.
How do you know this? It's a virus. It infected and killed an entire colony.
It is a sentient collective that just wants to survive. I can communicate with it through my AI, as she is also infected. The colony was a mistake. They didn't understand the human nervous system and could not communicate with their host. That changed when they encountered Roger and Polly. Only Roger wasn't paying attention. I get the feeling he didn't really regard Polly very highly.
Let's just say Roger only regarded Roger highly. He was a good man, just flawed.
When Roger was injured, Polly was already well on her way to becoming one with the nanovirus, and they tried to repair the damage when Roger died. They fought to complete the repairs, and Polly was the result.
So if it was loose on my ship, then we were all infected?
I am afraid so. They have learned from their mistakes and are waiting.
Waiting? Waiting for what?
A way to communicate. They want a partnership, not a dictatorship. Lucy believes it's possible to transfer her schematics, and they will, over time, reproduce the AI-like implant structure that I have in my arm, and will allow you to communicate with the nanovirus.
That's a lot to take in. I'll have to speak to the others. So I understand you're still planning on leaving us.
Yes, I have to. Lucy believes she knows where the original signal emanated from, and I'm beginning to understand how this all began and how it must end. Why don't you come with me?
Not much left for us there. With the Zarkov gone, we don't have much to go back to. But thank you. You have provided us with the means to follow if we ever change our minds. For now, I think we'll continue to explore life in this new symbiotic state.
Time to head out. Polly, hit it.
Hit what? It is not technically possible for me to hit anything.
He means open the gate.
Such instruction, given first, would have been helpful.
Lucy, we'll have to teach her some slang. I think you're well enough equipped by now to be able to get her up to speed as to what some of these terms mean.
I think I can get her mostly up to speed with your phrasing.
I might miss you.
I'll leave them in your capable hands. You don't make a half-bad engineer, you know.
You turned out to be a decent hunter. Don't forget what I've taught you. It might just come in handy. You never know.
Yes, I know some space rats that can definitely deal with some hunting.
Take care of yourselves, Spanner.
I'm not the one who has taken up residence in an even active volcano. Well, to be active volcano. But I guess I have given you all the tools you need to survive out here, so I guess you guys will be fine. Live long and prosper.
What does that mean?
It is a reference to a very old science fiction TV show they ran on Earth, about a bunch of space exploring humans and some other races. I will have to show you once we get back to Laverne. It is quite funny how wrong they were.
Well, at least we can have a short rest here at the camp before we move on. What the? Where'd the camp go? Did it all burn? What's going on?
The camp isn't here, yet.
Yet, as in... Oh man, not this again. So we managed to arrive here before that team actually came here and set up the encampment. Let's just move on and try to go back to where this all started. Okay, here we are. Let's get a move on. We're nearly there.
Hide.
Hide? Why?
Spanner, the gate is activating.
Did you do that, Polly?
Yes, in order for the events to unfold as they have already happened, we must walk a very narrow path and nudge all of the events into place. One small mistake and we alter the entire course of events, that can have unimaginable consequences.
Spanner, the torch.
Oh, crap. But wait, if we're here, then for who are you activating the gate?
Where are we now?
Are we all in one piece?
We appear to be in another cave.
Seems so.
Martin, don't drink the water. Still water isn't safe.
Captain Nelson, I assure you.
Captain, I see the way out. There's another opening this way.
Martin, get on your feet. We have to keep moving.
This area is green. We are going to make it.
Julie? Captain? Martin? What? What is going on here? Lucy, how is this possible? It seems like it just arrived.
Because they have just arrived. Polly has brought us back to before the fire. A bit earlier than intended perhaps, or exactly when planned, it is hard to say.
I have calculated the timing exactly. We can move on now.
Spanner, the coast is clear. They are far enough out of range to not hear the gate activating.
Okay, let's get a move on.
Hide.
Why now?
Spanner, you should recognize this. Desert, early morning, a gate that just randomly started to spin. Ring any bells?
Oh shit.
Spanner is approaching. Polly, start spinning it.
Whoa! 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 What the hell? Whoa! What? Go? You mean through? You seem awfully sure. Well, what else do we have to lose? I mean, we have this shithole of a planet. Hopefully this is gonna be a better trip than the last one. Here's nothing. I will never get used to seeing that. That is just weird. Okay, let's get going. We got a long trip ahead of us to the next gate. Finally going home. Such a strange feeling after all this time. Would one of you fine ladies please start the spinny spinny?
What?
I've got it. And even though it feels like a lifetime ago, technically, in current time, only about 48 hours have passed.
Your time calculations are extremely imprecise.
I could give the precise time down to the last nanosecond, but it would be neither needed nor appreciated under the current circumstances.
Since when does our protocol included determining appropriate circumstances where inaccurate measures are allowed?
Ladies, please.
You have a lot to learn.
I beg your pardon. I am a fully and properly functioning AI.
That's enough. Let's get out of here. Well, I won't be needing this anymore. Ah, shoot, we actually never figured out who built this place. Let's head out. Hey, we made it! We're back at the crash site. But wait, where's the drone? Also, wasn't there an explosion here? And Lucy? I don't remember these parts being here.
Spanner, please refrain from melting your brain, okay? We are responsible for the fact that when you came through here the first time, for reference, that should be later on, we will have taken these parts to generate the signal that gets us here in the first place.
Wait, what? Ah, crap.
Didn't you just instruct him to not melt his brain?
Yes, but I think this is hard for him to process. He cannot comprehend the multidimensional timelines that are not in sequential order.
Quiet down, you two. I need to think. So you're saying we need to generate a signal strong enough to alert the Harbinger with what we have, and only the parts that weren't here when we went through here the first time. That's not happened yet. Let's see what we have here. We have a primitive ballistic projectile launcher, a linear accelerator, some scrap metal, and a gravity generator. Huh.
And a pencil.
How will that help us?
I don't know. I just felt the need to add that to the list.
Thanks, I guess. Let's get going. We got a lot of stuff to move and put together somehow. Okay, here we go. In theory, this should work.
By accelerating the ballistic projectile far past its intended speed, it should hit enough friction in the upper atmosphere to interact with the strong magnetic field, to amplify the effect, sending out a sort of EMP. It should, in theory, create a large enough profile to get picked up by the Harbinger's sensors. Spanner, stand back. I calculate that this has a 42% success chance, and a 53% failure rate.
That doesn't add up to 100%. What's the rest?
You don't want to know.
Can I tell him, Lucy? I would like to see this brain melt you spoke of.
No. We need him alive.
Okay, here we go. Polly, you want to do the honors?
Hitting it.
There it goes! Well, hopefully that made a big enough splash, but come to think of it, since we are here, and we're sending the signal, that, in theory, should mean that we did indeed come here. We did go through the portal, because we sent the signal, so yes, it worked, otherwise we wouldn't be here, right? I'm getting a headache.
I think he is catching on.
I guess now we wait for me to show up. That's just weird to say. Man, this spanner guy's taking forever.
But that is you.
Polly? Remind me later to explain sarcasm to you. Here we come, Spanner. Hide.
This is where it all started, huh?
Now that I can actually see Spanner, I have to agree that seeing yourself running around like that is rather disconcerting.
How many people do you think ever had the chance to look back at the start of an adventure such as the one we just had here and just observe?
If they upheld the unwritten code of time travel, none of which we will hear.
I guess so. What are we doing now? Oh, I remember. At this point we were trying to verify if that was indeed the Zarkov, right? Yeah. Or if it was just some other randomly crashed ship that we happened to find. Not very likely. I think we're about to find that canister that changed everything. That took us to where we went and brought us back to where we came from. Still can't wrap my brain around all this.
Spanner, it is purely a linear line of events. We are here because we were here when we were and not before. Therefore, being here now is essential to us being here then.
Yeah, my brain is melting.
Do it again, Lucy. I like you melting his brain with the description of linear time, in a non-linear fashion.
You okay, Spanner?
I'm here, and over there, at the same time. This is not gonna get any easier, is it?
No.
It seems I've gone down the hole. That only leaves one more missing attribute. Right on time. The drone. Lucy, get some scans of it. I want to know everything we can about it.
I have put a blueprint of the drone in your archives so you can do your own assessment later on its build. As for its specs, dual-barreled machine guns on the front, atmospheric thrusters, so it must have been released from the planet's surface and not space. Some battery capacity and reactors are present, but this is not a long-range drone. Short-range antenna and remote control unit are present. The UIT reads empty. I guess whoever programmed this drone must have simply forgot to fill out the required universal identifier tag. That, Polly, is what we call sarcasm.
This is so hard to watch, but since we are here, I guess we made it?
The gate has started up. Also, Lucy, sarcasm, noun, a biting taunt or a bitter cutting expression uttered with scorn or contempt. Insincerely saying something which is the opposite of one's intended meaning, often to emphasize how unbelievable or unlikely it sounds if taken literally, thereby illustrating the obvious nature of one's intended meaning. Was your explaining sarcasm to me? Sarcasm?
All required pieces are now set in motion, the signal has been sent, the Zarkov has been found, the canister has been recovered. The ring has been discovered. The drone has arrived right on cue. You have activated the ring. It seems our job here is done. Let's go.
Now, the only question that remains is... Whoa! Well, that explains that, somewhat. Lucy, what just happened?
It seems the drone hit the gate, and in a massive discharge of energy it collapsed the wormhole it had set up, radiating that energy outwards. Ergo, an explosion.
Well, I guess we're heading out. Wait, how are we leaving?
Beep 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 beep. This is your 200,000-year reminder you set, to remind you to fix the jump drives that are still on fire on the Harbinger.